my soul friends. I just feel like just inviting you to pause with me in this moment. I've got a lot to cover with this total solar eclipse. We are in eclipse season now. Are you feeling it? What are you feeling? What are you noticing? So if you clicked on my video just out of curiosity, I just invite you to stay with me for a little bit as I unfold what we have been growing through and what we may expect moving through this second new moon in Aries. We had the first new moon on March 21st at 0 degrees Aries. So our spring equinox, our fresh astrological new year, and when the sun went into Aries, which kind of probably ramped you up, gave you some energy, gave you some increased motivation, and perhaps you were boldly running towards your goals and breaking through obstacles and just moving forward. Or perhaps you also were feeling, the engine running but not having a clear vision or plan of action. Or perhaps you felt a lot of old wounds from the past because we had Chiron and the sun and Aries in conjunction for a while. They're moving apart a bit, but still active in this with this total solar eclipse. So, okay, just be here. Give yourself 2 minutes to be with me, and if what I'm saying doesn't speak to you or call to you, it's okay. I'm not for everyone. Go find your person. I just am here offering what I have to offer on the Soul Nurturing channel to offer you something to support you in your unfolding of your own transformational journey. The human experience can be challenging, isn't it? But when we shift our perspective to soul, what is happening at the level of the soul, what is trying to unfold, emerge, what are we evolving to? It helps us be with what is, with more acceptance and perhaps even curiosity. Curiosity like this: how is this happening for you or for the collective? In what way is what's showing up preparing you or us for higher possibilities? I love to look at the astrological weather, not to create doom and gloom or provoke any fear, but to invite us into the great mystery unfolding that we're all part of, and to bring it down to the microcosm of what's going on with you, what's going on with me, what's going on with us individually, which has been the focus of this new moon in Aries, 2 new moons in Aries, okay, with the second one happening on April 19th at 9:12 p.m. Pacific time. So we had this Aries portal, sun in Aries, 2 new moons, which is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, new perspective, initiating new action. Aries, boldly leading yourself on a new path. And Aries is all about me, taking care of me so I can contribute something to the we, okay? So, and now that we're in eclipse season, I'm wondering what you're feeling, what you're noticing. And that's why I always invite my friends here that join me. And thank you for dropping by and joining me here. I got to tell you the truth. I have been feeling like I may be done. This is eclipse season speaking through me, because eclipse season is about sudden endings or sudden new beginnings. Solar eclipse is usually a new beginning, a new call to something new, a new action, or something you've been visioning for a while, finally breaking through and meeting you where you are. But also eclipses, especially the lunar eclipse, which is happening on May 5th, that's a full moon, that is sudden endings. But I feel like the eclipse portal is sudden endings and sudden new beginnings. So I've been sitting with and questioning, is it time to stop this YouTube video or channel? I came on in 2020 to practice, to get past my nerves and my fear, and to deliver what I hoped was some support and encouragement to everybody out there, or anyone who stopped to watch, because I knew in 2020 what we were going through and what we were about to grow through, and I know the transformational journey, and I know that we're in still continue to be in a major collective transformational time. So I wanted to offer what I could. That said, I've been going through my own transformational journey, and to be quite transparent, part of my journey and part of what's been going on with me is dealing with some chronic pain and maybe chronic fatigue. So really having to shift gears a lot, paying attention to my needs, my body, my soul care needs, my self-care needs, and while holding space for others, and while trying to connect with people through this YouTube channel, and feeling pretty exhausted and maybe a little burnout, and I know as a projector, are there any projectors watching with me? This is something kind of new on my radar. I know that I'm a Scorpio. I know that I'm an empath. I know that I can feel deeply what's happening with other people and in the collective, but being a human design projector adds a whole nother vibe to it. So, but sitting down to do this video and looking at the astrology, I was like, Victoria, no wonder you're tired. It's okay. I don't want to quit this channel. I don't want to quit this because I don't feel like I've fully fulfilled my mission with the YouTube channel yet. And to be transparent as well, and maybe some of you have been going through this, because as I was saying, the sun in Aries has been in conjunction with Chiron, the wounded healer. Sun, our identity, Chiron, our wounds. Although the conjunction is separating, it's still active in this eclipse. But this could have brought forward, I know that it did for me, like on full blast, so many of my so many of my wounded places, so many things I thought I've healed. But remember, when your wounds come forward in any cycle you are in your life, it just means it's another look or a deepening of healing. It doesn't mean you haven't done your healing. I'm really speaking to myself right here. It doesn't mean you failed at doing your healing. It doesn't mean like you don't have enough to offer to others. I hope I'm speaking to someone out there too, but truly I'm speaking to myself, because I went through that big time, especially about 2 days ago. Really, whole last week was just, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And really hit hard with feeling, and again, comment if you resonate with any of this. As a projector, when I'm feeling something too, I know I'm not just feeling my own stuff, I'm feeling the collective. Feeling defeated, feeling like no matter what I try, it's not working. Anybody feel that with me? Okay, here's what's going on. This Aries energy, the season we just moved through, was really bringing our spiritual warrior forward within us to fight for ourselves, to fight for our potential, our purpose, our belonging, our mattering, our safety, our anything that was lacking or missing, your shelter, your home, your job, fighting to be seen, heard, valued, loved, all these things, right? And the new moon, back-to-back new moons have been like, okay, so what else do you need to initiate for yourself? What, solar eclipses can bring us to destined new beginnings and greater opportunities. But first we have to acknowledge what's not working. And I wonder, boy, we have a lot to cover. So this is why I think I'm feeling exhausted. So we have this solar eclipse on the 19th. Then we have Mercury going retrograde on the 21st. And we have, then there's Earth Day on the 22nd. And so eclipse seasons in particular can stir a lot up. But again, it's also revealing shadowy material. We also have Pluto in the mix here, Sun, Moon, Square, Pluto. So some of our shadowy places we haven't looked at when we rushed forward for the opportunity, or rushed into the relationship, or rushed towards our goals because we really felt fired up with that Aries energy, fire, cardinal, let's go. Remember, I think my last video was hurry, set, go, or ready, set, go. It's go time. And we did. We went forward. So I'm wondering how you all are feeling now as you initiated whatever new things were happening in your life. How are you feeling, and what new thing did you birth in? I think this is key. This came to me. It's like, yes, we've been birthing in new possibilities, new ideas, but now it's time to feel how that's been going. Are you feeling tired from pushing so much, pushing in the direction of where you want to go, trying to get away from where you've been, and pushing, or hustling to get it happen, to make it happen in a way that you want and the timeline you want? Speaking to myself again, hustling to try to meet a timeline that you set that isn't quite working. So these are all possibilities that I'm speaking about. Remember, when I do these videos, possibilities. You're the expert of you. I'm just trying to see the collective vibe. When I ask you to tell me how you're doing, is this resonating? That tells me, it shows me where I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm feeling into our collective. So I'm wondering if anybody is feeling that tiredness. Now, tiredness could just be tired. Maybe you can hear yourself saying this sometimes, or hear other people saying something like, I'm so tired of, right? I'm so tired of this issue at work. I'm so tired of this relationship not working. I'm so tired of not getting my needs met. I'm so tired. That is the invitation with this solar eclipse. What are you so tired from or of? And with this, eclipse, again, bringing to light, what has been eclipsed in the shadow. There's a moment with a total solar eclipse where there's darkness for a moment, like going into the darkness and then coming back to the light, to be honest about what's not working. And by the way, this is called a hybrid solar eclipse, and it's called a hybrid because in some areas it'll be a partial eclipse, and then in some areas it'll be a total solar eclipse. But that's not happening in the US. It is happening in like Indonesia, parts of Australia. So let's see, I wanted to see where that was exactly, because it was viewable from the far southern Indian Ocean, Indonesia, parts of Western Australia, and the South Pacific. So not here in the US, even though I do have some friends that follow me in Australia. Hello to you as well. We will have a total solar eclipse in 2024, but not this year. Okay, so eclipse season feels like faded time. It feels like, again, big sudden shifts in new directions. It's evolutionary. It's when you trust that God, the universe, however you connect, is supporting you, supporting all of us in emerging more potential, more possibilities, evolving to a higher consciousness. Then no matter what's going on, instead of being fearful about it or frustrated by it, I suspect during Aries season you might have felt pretty irritable. Things not quite going the way you want just yet, right? Aries is full throttle. Well, I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to go with it. Never reference like cars or machinery, full throttle. I have no idea what that means. I hope it fits. I think it does. What it feels like is going full blast ahead. So now, by the way, the new moon in Aries on the 19th is, it's happening at, let me see exactly, what did I say? It's happening at 9:13 p.m. And then we have the solar eclipse happening at 9:17. And then the moon is void of course. And then it goes into Taurus at 9:30 p.m. So moving from Aries energy into Taurus energy. And by the way, this should be my time to say welcome to Taurus season, because by the time I load this video up, I'm a little late, but better late than never. I like to put these up 3 days before the new moon or full moon, but I'm recording this the day before the new moon. So, but when I record it and I put it up, usually people watch the day of or a few days after to work with the new moon energy, in this case, the solar eclipse energy. But we also, it's Taurus season, the sun going into Taurus and the moon also going to Taurus 9:30 p.m. So we're going from the Aries energy into Taurus energy, into earthy Taurus, ruled by Venus, all the things we love, value. And it's a slowing down feeling, because not only is it Taurus season, but we're going into the retrograde, Mercury retrograding in Taurus. So we're reviewing, oh, sorry, I was looking at where, oh, that's weird. Okay, sorry, I was looking at my charts pulled up. I'm like, Mercury's not in Scorpio. I was looking at my chart. I actually have a Neptune aspect going on right now, so I'm a little very I can talk to you about spiritual matters, but the details not so easy for me right now. But yes, Mercury is going into retrograde at 15 degrees Taurus, and so in Taurus we're going to be reviewing what we value, what we love, our security. Where are we feeling secure and not so secure? What steps have we missed? It's remember, Mercury retrogrades are a time to review, reassess, all the RE words, reevaluate, re-examine, and then also the uplifting ones like restore, rejuvenate, right? But it is a slowing down time. So all this hustle and bustle now, we're going to see, okay, where did we break through? What did we do with this last month where we need to restore and review and reconsider, especially when it comes to what we value and how we value ourselves, our own self-worth. And it can be connected to the things we own. You know, the last month or two has been about purging. I called it purging to emerge. So this is like really fine tuning, really getting clear in a practical way in this Taurus energy of what really matters to you and what are your basic needs. How are you going to get them met? And getting our basic needs met start with basically up-leveling our self-worth. This phrase came to me this morning in meditation, and maybe it was for this video and maybe it's for you. Let me know if it resonates. Let's see if I can remember it. That when we did not get our needs met as children, as adults, we may not believe we're worthy of getting our needs met. Does anyone connect with that? So when you don't get your needs met organically as a child, for whatever reason, again, I never blame parents, but situations that we grew through, perhaps we didn't get certain needs met, or we were literally told, no, you can't have that, you can't do that, you can't be that. And so unconsciously, we really took in that message of denying our own needs, denying our own soul desires. And so as adults, even though, I've done a lot of work with this myself, I still find myself hitting that invisible wall with an unconscious belief about, you're not really worthy of that. You haven't earned that yet. You don't deserve that yet. And so this is a trap we can be in. And I think that during this time of reviewing, with Mercury going into retrograde and this eclipse energy, where we can literally say, done with that unconscious shadowy material that's blocking me, blocking my potential, blocking my path, blocking what I desire. So this is, as every single lunation cycle and every single astrological aspect happening is purposeful. We just need to trust that. And to remind you, and especially with all this Taurus energy, when things are getting a little wonky or chaotic, or you're feeling irritable, or you're feeling challenged, or you're not in the flow, put your hand over your heart and just ask, what do I need in this moment? What do I need? And take care of that need. I've been teaching a soul visioning class that I love to do, and you know, with a group online and witnessing them go through it all differently, and witnessing myself, I had intended on going through every step with my class as I was guiding it, and I did not. Why? I've been having a lot of physical pain. Experiencing. I like to change that with my clients. I'm going to change it for myself. Experiencing. You don't want to say I have or I am. You know, I am in a lot of pain, or I have a lot of pain. Rather, I'm having the experience of it. You want to distance yourself from it a little bit to be a little bit more objective and see solutions and reach for your healing. So I was saying to someone, actually, I think I was talking to my husband about this. Like, there's a term. He's a tracker, earth-based tracker, nature-based education consultant. And so there's a term in actual tracking, earth tracking, which is vary your vision. And I loved that when I was learning with him, you know, his skill set. I'm like, I love it, but it's like, it's a whole nother world. And yet there's this crossover. And I really love vary your vision. And I teach that to my clients a lot. But I was thinking, when you're visioning, like I've been teaching people to do, because it has been a rich time to vision for the new beginning, new potential, purging, releasing what's not in the way. And this still continues. But right now, where we are with this astrological weather, it's, you know, sometimes, like what I found, I had to vary my vision. What I was visioning for was like too far for me to reach right now. It's like that old saying, shoot for the stars, land on the moon, you know? But really, with Taurus energy, keep your feet grounded in practical solutions. And that may require varying your vision. Maybe you want to travel to Europe and some things aren't lining up right now. So you vary your vision and find a trip that you can do that's accessible, that's going to be, you know, you'll be in the flow, and it's you can make it happen. Or you're wanting to move to a new house, or you want to buy a house and the house you really want isn't quite open, or there's some varying your vision. And sometimes the varying the vision is coming down to meet yourself where you are. What vision do you need to hold for yourself? So for me, I'll just using myself as an example here. In the soul vision workshop, I was planning all the next things coming. But again, I was experiencing some physical challenges and a drop in my, you know, let's just say my shiny, happy, optimistic self was kind of in the darkness for a little bit. And I thought, I'm causing more harm than good by adding the pressure of visioning for something that is not in my reach in this moment. It will be. I trust that it will be, because the image I have right now, it's like a ladder, and if you're on one rung and you're trying to jump to the top rung, and there's no rungs there, you have to be where you are for just a moment longer, and address what is the next need, for the next step, for the next healing, for the next possibility for you to be prepared to then start again and vision for higher. I don't know if this is making sense. I hope it does. So for me, in the way I teach vision and creating a vision statement and then a mission statement is, what is your highest vision? And I had to vary my vision. So my highest vision was for healing for myself. And what is my mission? Your mission is what action you take. If it's a personal vision for yourself, what actions do you take personally on behalf of yourself? If you're visioning, as a side note, for visioning for your, you know, soul purpose for contribution, what's the highest vision for the world? What is your mission? Would be your contribution towards that vision. Okay, so side note on that, but back to my own, you know, meeting myself where I was. Well, my vision for myself is healing, so therefore I can expand my vision to be back into contribution for others. But right now, the personal vision was healing. My mission, rest and recover. That was it. And that's where I've been living the last 2 days. And maybe some of you can relate to that. I just thought I'd share that in case it did connect with anyone out there. All right, I think that's all I wanted to say. You know, there's a lot. I mean, we have a stellium in Aries. Oh, also I did want to mention Jupiter let me go here. Jupiter, where are you, Jupiter? I did mention Sun square Pluto transit. That is, again, some of our subconscious fears and desires maybe coming up to look at or to clear or to integrate. Okay. But Jupiter, let me go back to the chart. Okay, so moon and sun. When I talk quickly, I just shorten it into one word. Moon and sun is conjunct Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter expands wherever it is. So it's expanding the energy of this eclipse, of this, harbinger of change, of this what needs to be changed, but we're going to be mindful of it. And again, I'm inviting you to what needs to be changed, what's not working. Where have you burned yourself out? Where are you exhausted of spinning your wheels in the same way, doing the same thing over and over again? Like, I feel like I had this image earlier too. When Aries season hit, like we're all like, go, got our surfboards out and we're riding the wave of energy moving us forward. But maybe we crashed on some rocks and we're like, oh, that didn't work out. Why not? Maybe because you didn't have a complete plan. Taurus wants us to plan now, especially with this review going on with Mercury in retrograde. Review your plans. Review how you're implementing action towards your goals. Is it practical? Is it sustainable? And is it aligned with your values? And do you know that you're worthy of having those needs met? That feels like the vibe coming through right now for you, for me, for all of us. I hope that this message landed somewhere or met you right where you needed to be met, in your heart and your soul. Just a reminder, there's a lot going on. And there's a saying that everything in the world, everything that we're trying to learn or that we're trying to experience, even the good stuff, it all has to go through us, all through our subconscious programming, all through our patterns, our beliefs, our associations, our old experiences. That has to be addressed, especially during a review, Mercury retrograde review, and with Sun, Moon, square Pluto. Time to see those old beliefs and clear them, release them, and then empower some new powerful beliefs to support your vision, to support you right where you are. Okay, I can go on about this, but I need to wrap up. And I want to say that, again, the eclipse where it's happening in your natal chart is important. Where do you have 29 degrees Aries in your chart? This is where the solar eclipse is happening in your chart. What house is it in? If you need help with that, reach out to me. I do offer free 20-minute consultations. And yes, I've been letting people look at their charts in those 20 minutes. Mostly the idea of the 20-minute consultation is to talk to you about the work I do as a soul guide, as a soul nurturer, as a spiritual director, as an intuitive astrologer, and as, someone who's walking the path with you. So you can go to my website, victoriajazwick.com. It's in the description. To sign up for a 20-minute consultation, and I would be happy to look at your chart for you. And I don't know that I have much time in the next couple of days, but we could also look at the full moon happening on May 5th to see where that's going to be lit up in your chart. Or if you would like to just book a session with me and we just jump in together. I meet you right where you are. You talk to me about where you are and where you want to go, what you're struggling with. We may look at your chart to get as a reference if you want. A lot of people like to start with a chart at the beginning. That's your soul map to see where, what you're experiencing, possibly because of the transits, and what your soul potential is still calling you to. So I'd be happy to guide you on your path, support you in your own unique, beautiful unfolding and reclaiming your potential and learning to nurture that potential into the highest possibility for your life. Okay, well, thanks for being with me. Subscribe if you haven't, like and comment if you feel called. And also in the comments, let me know where you're viewing from. I always love to know that. And anything that resonated with you from this video, please do comment and let me know. I like to know where I'm connecting with you. All right, take good care of you until we meet again. And really, really be as gentle with yourself as you can be. These are challenging times, folks, and the more extreme the intensity is in the world, the more extreme your self-care and soul care needs to be. All right, take good care. Much love. Bye-bye.